Hey guys, it's Ryan. I'm going to be casting another game today. Right now, this is a live game. It's Echo League Season 1, just an amateur tournament. It's going to be look at it go versus the Ball Fondlers. I just tuned in myself, so I'm just catching up on the draft. We got one pick left for either team here, so let's recap real quick. Look at it go. We've got support Warlock. It looks like it's going to be, I assume, the offlane Darkseer. The roaming Spirit Breaker. That makes it a safe lane Legion Commander. And we're going to see who the mid is shortly. As for the Ball Fondlers, nice little dick butt picture there. They've got Lion supporting and Disruptor supporting. So two hard fives already. Terrorblade's going to be their carry with the offlane Abaddon. And the Fondlers also look to pick up their mid right here. So 8 seconds left in the pick phase. Not a lot of reserve time for either team. And they pick up the Queen of Pain. So a nice mobile hero. Might have to, or might add in the fact that Ball Fondlers right now doesn't have a good roamer. They don't have like as Spirit Breaker is for Look at It Go. You have two hard fives that tend to stay in lane mostly. I mean, not that they can't move around, but having that more mobile Queen of Pain, once she hits level 6, I'm sure we'll see more rotations to the safe lane and the off lane. And then a Medusa picked for Look at It Go. So I think it's a pretty good mid pickup there. I think Look at It Go might have the better late game here with Legion Commander, Medusa. Actually, I might take that back. I don't know. Terrorblade is such a pain when he starts high grounding. He's got that Scotty and he's got all the illusions, so I think this will be a good one. I'm not sure what MMR this is. Like I said, it's just an amateur tournament I happened to stumble upon. So we'll see how. Probably be able to figure out, hopefully, what MMR this is fairly shortly here. Let's see who's going to be playing who. Do apologize. I've never casted a live one like this, so I'm not sure how the settings are going to show up on my screen once we start. All right, here we go. All right, so at least we can get started on the rating. We got Pink Donger on the Disruptor. These names might be a little hard for me here. I'm not. Let me just get this going. All right. So for the Radiant, we got Pink Donger on the Disruptor, Natskara on Lion. We have Omari playing the Terrorblade. Rincewind going mid, Queen of Pain. Got those two pooled tangos. With I like that with the Iron Branch. I think that's always good for your mids. Gives you the steady regen, the double tango. And we have Mora on the offlane Abaddon. So picking up a poor man shield, making sure that doesn't take too much right-click damage there. I think it's pretty solid on any melee offlaner, especially because you get so much harass from the supports normally, at least. As for the Dire, we have Spirit Breaker, who, the Orb of Venom you see a lot of times in the roamers. Darkseer throwing down this ward here, played by Ander. Legion Commander, it's Tango Gaming. And then Medusa we have Involved, and then finally Warlock being played by Dr. Doctor. So Dire doing a nice job, this Darkseer, getting the ward out there, giving them that good vision. I think it blocks the camp as well. Oh, just barely misses the camp, but a lot of times you see the small camp getting blocked just to stop any pull that you'd have in like this. Seems to be an aggro tri-lane going on, or a tri-lane for the safe lane, not so much the aggro tri-lane that is off lanes sometimes. So it looks like it's going to be actually Legion Commander going mid here for Let It Go. So I don't know how this is going to work out. Tango Gaming doing a nice job here, getting the creep block. Looks like Rincewind not as fortunate, but maybe the meat right about in the middle. So both sides doing a nice job the creep block there. Oh, charge coming in already from Dagon Knight here on Spear Breaker. Trying to get the body block in. Can't get around fast enough. Now Orb of Venom though, doing some slow, getting some good right clicks in. So Rincewind already down to 250 health. Gonna have to use one of those tangos. Tango Gaming. Already atop the CS charts there. So I think Mora might have a difficult time in lane here. Obviously, the Medusa is going to be, at some point, spamming out those snakes, stealing Mora's mana. An early game Abaddon already has such a hard enough time trying to keep up with the shields. Excuse me. And then, you know, any lack of mana really just makes it that much more difficult. So, a good matchup here for Let It Go. Meanwhile, down bottom, Ander, level 2. Has full health and everything, full tango, so not really doing a very good job of harassing him out. This Ion Shell just doing a lot of damage here to Omari. Already used one tango, got another pooled one from Natsugarai here. It's going to be Spirit Breaker, making a rotation mid. The Fairy Fire, keeping Legion Commander alive, but it'll end up being the Thunderstrike. Oh, Queen of Pain picks up the first blood, so on the back end, Pink Donger does fall, but the first blood going the way of Rincewind. So, nice job there. I thought it was going to go in the way of Pink Donger getting the first blood with that Thunderstrike. But the Poison, or the Shadow Strike, picking up the last hit. So, 1 for 1. Dagon Knight being spotted out here by Natsugara, so he's just going to kind of walk around to the trees. He's got Ion Shell on, but he's still level 1, so no chance to bash, and it's going to be Pink Donger meeting him up here in the trees. Exchanging right clicks, throwing out the Thunderstrike. Doctor, though, he might be the one in trouble. Instead, Mora chasing him down, makes a little misstep, trying to go up those stairs, and Doctor might be able to get out of this. Not a lot of lockdown here for this Radiant team. They have Lion stuns, and other than Disruptor, and it looks like Doctor should fall here. He's healing himself up, but the last right click from Rincewind will finish him off. But the exception of the stuns from Natsugara, all you really have is Glimpse and the kinetic fields from Pink Donger. Isn't really always the best setup, but meanwhile on the Dire side though, didn't even think of it, they don't have a solid stun either. They have Charge coming in, plus Nether Strike here, and whatever the 17% bash chance is for Spirit Breaker, but other than that, the only stun they have is Stone Gaze from Inwolved and Golems here for Doctor. So both sides not with a ton of lockdown, and I guess, you know, Duel from Tango Gaming. But as far as just straight out stuns go, you know, thinking of like Avenge stun, Charge coming in from Dagon Knight on to Pink Donger, gonna break his clarity, and they're going on Tango Gaming. Kinetic Field coming out, it's going to trap Tango Gaming, but Rincewind in some trouble. Thunderstrike going down to Tango Gaming. They can't choose which hero they want to go for. Charging under Pink Donger. Now they're under tower. Dagon Knight takes some hits. Charges Pink Donger. He might be able to get a TP coming in. It's going to be Pink Donger following, but Natsugarai should be able to get a stun here, but Rincewind might be able to get the right click instead, and he will indeed. So Rincewind doing a nice job staying in that. He is 3-0 now, so nice job staying mid. Might have to go back here, get some mana, but Bottle already, 4 minutes in. Believe doing fairly well as far as last hits go. Well, maybe not. Only at 10. 10 here at 4 minutes, so not the best. You see 3 Dire heroes with Medusa, Legion Commander, and Terrorblade, so I'm sorry, Darkseer was there. But so we've had some good rotation so far from the Spirit Breaker. Maybe a little greedy going under tier 2 as he hits level 3, or under the tier 1 as he hits level 3. Sorry. But, yeah. A lot of good rotations involved. Was in some trouble. Kinetic Field coming down. Mora still has that Aphotic Shield on him, and now it breaks. And Wolf being healed up by Doctor. But Pink Donger throwing out some right clicks, just trying to bring him down. And Thunderstrike off cooldown. A very good level 1 damage over time. I believe it does some of the most damage as far as a level 1. I would say nuke, but I don't really call Thunderstrike a nuke. Charge coming in now from Dagon Knight on Mora. Doesn't have a ton of mana, not enough for shield, and he might fall here. Kinetic Field, gonna try to push out, but it'll be the Fatal Bonds from Doctor picking up the last hit on Mora. So Kinetic Field did a good job there. It was able to keep Dagon Knight back, Involved back as well, but doesn't matter when you have the creeps Fatal Bonded up. Down low. Omari doing a nice job getting farm now. I mean, he has no regen left, but he's definitely doing good getting his last hits. Nazgarad doing a nice job trying to zone off this Darkseer. Anders level 5. He has a soul ring. Assuming he's going mechanism at some point, maybe after his boots, but he's almost got his arcane boots, so Dagon Knight will stumble upon Mora here in the jungle. Mora's got plenty of mana to get some more orthotic shields off, so Dagon Knight might not want to take this fight, especially being in Radiant territory like this. And he'll start to back off. Just going to charge. Not sure if he's charging mid. No, it looks like he's charging bottom, but he'll stop under tower, taking some right clicks. And it's going to be the Shadow Strike and a right click. Oh, but here comes Tango Gaming. Oh, but Rincewind finished him off. Nice job by Tango Gaming, throwing down the press of the attack to purge off that Shadow Strike from Rincewind. But Rincewind with a nice blink, healing up there. Level 5. So the only one so far at level 6 is Ander. He does pick up the wall, which a little questionable. You usually don't see wall being dropped down this early in a game. Ander probably going to stay in lane as an offlaner, trying to just pick up levels and the gold. So a lot of times you see either maxing Ion Shell or maybe a second point in Surge. But yeah, same thing with Vacuum. Usually don't see those till a little later. Maxing your middle two abilities instead. These Ion Shells though, Nazgarad, not a very, I mean, takes a lot of damage from the Ion Shells. Lion in general, just a very squishy hero. And Dagon Knight is going to get a first hit bash on Omari. Omari doesn't have Sunder yet. Does have Metamorphosis up and Conjure Image, so he's got everything he needs. But he'll just, Dagon Knight will just back off. Throws down the ward, get the vision on him and everything. Might be pinging it out. Seems that Terrorblade knows that he dropped it there. Now we're TPing top. Kinetic Field keeping Rincewind there, and here comes the Scream. Not going to do a lot though, that mana shield. It'll be Rincewind. Oh, blinking out right before the fall, but the Fatal Bonds. He's got to TP out quick. And same as Mora, he's TPing out too. And it'll be the Courier. Oh, in the trees. And Wolf can't find it. Doctor not going to be able to find it either. The only person who probably could have got it was Dagon Knight, but since he's a melee hero, not going to be able to get it. So no kills there, going the way of Let It Go. And Ball Fondlers will escape that. Yeah, this Mana Shield doing a good job there for Wolves. Really, the Sonic Wave from Rincewind should have done a lot more damage. Maybe not killed Wolves, but brought it down a little bit. A lot more, rather. But that Mana Shield, level 3, doing a good job. So Pink Donger now, trying to find that ward. Just barely going to miss it, so not ideal. Doesn't have another one to de-ward, but he'll throw up one of his own so they see anybody else coming in. Dagon Knight really just trying to harass Mora and steal that rune. Not sure if he got it at the time, and yeah, he did. So both Dire, Ander and Dagon Knight going over, stealing the runes, doing a good job there. And then they get to pick up their own as well. Doctor level 4 still, we're at 9 minutes. And not a lot of fighting going on right now. Omari, level 6, back home, TPing here to Shrine. It might be something going on mid as Pink Donger sits in the trees waiting. Omari, there it is. He's got the sentry. He'll find the ward. Maybe a little miscommunication there. He seemed to know where it was before when he pinged it out. Shadow Strike coming in on Tango Gaming. Level 7. Has duel, but quickly realizes that Pink Donger is right behind. Doctor TPing in, going to heal up Tango Gaming, and maybe it'll be the Dire trying to make a move here. They got Dagon Knight, only level 3, but level 2 charge plus duel from Tango Gaming should be enough to secure a kill, should they find maybe Lion, even Disruptor. But the Radiant's doing a good job having their heroes that aren't so tanky or don't have the mobility, such as Mora and Rincewind, doing a good job of keeping the other ones kind of grouped up, or the buddy system. Rincewind TPing in. Oh, and the finger coming out for the first time. Ander tried to get the surge off, but it was too late. Rincewind doing a nice job picking up another kill. Oh, and he'll get a glimpse back into the kinetic field. Vacuum wall come down on Pink Donger and Rincewind. Ander in some trouble here. Doesn't have surge. Oh, now he's got it up. And he should be able to escape. Shadow Strike going to poison a little bit. Rincewind throwing another right click in. And the TP charge from Dagon Knight should be able to finish off Rincewind. Doesn't have blink for 8 more seconds, and he'll fall. So it's a good TP there. Ander's able to get out and get to the shrine, and now it's Pink Donger in some trouble. running around the wrong way. The illusion of Queen of Pain finding him, and another charge started from Dagonite, and then he stopped him. Not sure what was going on there. They're probably trying to set up the duel here for Tango Gaming, but Ander will get the kill with the Iron Shell instead. So a 2 for none there. Don't think anybody fell for the... Yeah. And Ander picking up a lot. Well, a decent amount of gold. 167, I guess. That's only showing the 1 death, so... And the Dire's doing a good job getting these forward wards. They obviously had the one here that got scanned out and everything, but they've got this one here, which sees anybody coming in from the shrine. Any gank attempts going towards the safe lane, so Wolved can safely farm, hopefully. I mean, obviously Mora is a pain to deal with. The level 6 Abaddon got that borrowed time now. Level 3 Aphotic Shields. It's just such a pain. Keeping the clarities up, and the first tower will fall down bottom. So the push is from Ander, doing a good job. He's got his mana boots, he's got Soul Ring, and we should be seeing a mechanism coming shortly. It looks like we might have a fight going on mid, as Rincewind and Pink Donger stand idly by as Doctor and Tango Gaming go back into the jungle. So, but yeah, all of the Radiant Swords have been on their side of the river. I mean, this one, where their tier 1 was, kind of seeing Ander pick up the jungle there. They just really want to keep Omari safe when he's in this jungle. He's got the Iron Talon. He's finishing up Dragonlance before he finishes off any boots, so might see him wait until travels later. But he's doing a good job farming up both jungle and the creep waves at the same time. But this Ion Shell is going to destroy the conjured images there. Mora giving chase and Wolved. Doctor standing idly by. He's still level 5. Doesn't quite have golems yet, but he does know how to harass Mora if he needs to. Oh, Tango Gaming invis. They find Natskara, but Rincewind right under the Sentry Ward. And here comes this charge from Dagonite. Still level 5, doesn't have the ult yet, so Rincewind able to back off. And Tango Gaming was being mana drained up. Pink Donger getting the glimpse connect field. Level 4, doesn't have the ult yet. And wow, that overwhelming odds level 4 does so much when they're grouped up like that. To get this vacuum, not going to connect on any, so both teams are going to back off. Maybe heal up a little bit and re-engage shortly. As both carries, Omari and Wolved, continue to farm. And Wolved having a little bit more difficult time with Mora there. But he's trying to get his farm. He looks like he's going to be going Midas, and borrowed time is going to get popped for the first time here. First noticeable time, at least. So Wolves approaching level 10. So far, only Omari has hit level 10 as I click on it. And he's going to finish off the point in Metamorphosis to max that out, so... We had a little gank attempt. They weren't smoked up or anything, but Tango Gaming and Dagonite trying to cut through the wave here, see if they could find Natskara or maybe Mora. But instead, they're just going to take the jungle here, and the rest of the heroes are going to take this tier 1 for themselves, so... 2 towers down now for the Radiant. And, we might see a fight going on now as Mora TP's in. Natskara. Dagonite's going to charge out, go mid, just try to push that out, but Mora putting a little chase on Wolves. And they'll trade some right clicks with him. Mora's got the Aphotic Shield, does a good amount of damage, but with Mana Shield up as well. You know, kind of negates anything there. Tango Gaming looking for maybe his first duel. And Golem will drop, not going to really connect on much. Maybe just Pink Donger, but not going to be able to chase him down. Legion Commander wants to get this duel, but they still have to think. Borrowed time is there. The charge coming in, but slowed down. Oh, he got stuck up there? The duel coming in on Natskara instead. And they will finish it off. It'll be Doctor getting the kill. So the first duel victory there. Buyback here from Natskara, and Omari's here. He's got Metamorphosis. He's ready to rumble. Overwhelming odds coming out from Tango Gaming, and they're running away. They're going to try to get out. Dagonite just going to charge mid, get out of there as fast as he can. Rincewind trying to catch him with the Scream of Pain, but... Oh, and it looks like Doctor will be the one casualty. Natskara was able to get with the Earth Spike finger combo. So 1 for 1, but a buyback here on Natskara, and he almost fell as well a second time. So, but I think the Let It Go did get the victory overall, as Tango Gaming gets his first duel victory of the day. And both teams will start to back off and kind of regroup in their respective lanes. I think Tango Gaming did a nice job in mid. I mean, a lot of times, didn't even go Poor Man's Shield, but when you go against a ranged hero like Queen of Pain, you obviously have a tougher time. You don't have the advantage of being able to get up close and everything, but Stout Shield was able to do enough. Got the bottle and everything too, so as we get into this mid game, that'll do a good job keep giving him the mana to sustain and get duels. And it looks like it's going to be a duel under tower on Rincewind, but Mora is here. The Aphotic Shield getting dropped down. It might be Legion Commander falling. Not in the duel at least. Rincewind will fall first, and Tango Gaming in some trouble. He will fall too. Mora has the borrowed time popped, and Ander and Dr. Doctor are going to escape, so it will not be a duel victory, and it'll be mid for mid here as Queen of Pain falls, and so does Legion Commander. So nice job, nice rotation here by the Ball Fondlers, coming in, realizing that the duel is happening, getting a couple TPs, and the Aphotic Shield was, I think, really what saved Queen of Pain's life from not dying within the duel time, so nice job by Mora there. Omari sitting at level 12, picks up the regen, which a little more cautious, I guess, which, you know, we've seen that a lot from the Radiant so far this game. Like I said before, a lot of these wards in their own side of the river rather than aggressive attacking wards, but it might come back to bite them in the butt. A charge coming in from Dagon Knight, but it might cancel it early, just trying to get down with his teammates, and there are 4 dire heroes here. An Ion Shell on Legion Commander during the duels, I mean, that's just any amount of damage added on that they can try to secure duel victories with it's going to be huge. I'm not sure if they know. They don't have this scouted out that Omari's in the area, and they will quickly deward the ward that Dagon Knight just placed down. But both teams congregating mid. Rincewind thrown out of Shadow Strike. Tango Gaming will quickly purge that off. Does not care too much about what this Queen of Pain has to say. They really want to take care of this tier 1, but oh, never mind. I was gonna say the Radiant neglecting and Wolves, who's able to free farm up top, but he's gonna TP mid too, so we might have an all-out battle here. Wall is up, Vacuum is up, we have Golem up as well, so Dire has their team fight ability. Stone Gaze also off cooldown. Rincewind has her Scream, but the tier 1 will fall. No engagement happening yet. More sitting at half health, so that borrowed time will get popped fairly quick, and the first glimpse comes out on Tango Gaming. Not an offensive glimpse, more of a get out of here, you Legion Commander. And Tango Gaming looking for a duel here. The charge coming in on from Dagon Knight on a Rincewind, but a nice job Natskara getting in there, getting the Hex, and it looks like it's going to be Tango Gaming falling in that kinetic field, but the Vacuum Wall, and Tango Gaming's the first to fall, but Disruptor and Queen of Pain will fall right afterwards. It's going to be Natskara getting the kill, and then Dr. Doctor with that Golem, and Wolves right clicks. The Stone Gaze doing a nice job keeping them all in there inside that wall with the Golem falling on them. So that's exactly what Let It Go want. They got all 3 of their team fight ults off. Unfortunately, Tango Gaming wasn't able to get the duel as well, but Natskara doing a nice job with the Hex to save Rincewind, at least initially. Dagon Knight getting surged up to get out of there. Taking a lot of damage, even from those images. Mora, no mana to shield up. And Wolves has the Lincoln Sphere now. He's level 13. Got the 15 damage instead of the intelligence, but not really having a ton of mana problems. Not really focusing him as much, so his mana shield, perfect how it is. I'd like to see some more levels here from Tango Gaming. I mean, sitting only at level 11. Same with Rince, I guess. Maybe it's right on par, but I just feel like at 20 minutes you want to see a little farther. Rincewind might be in some trouble here. Dagon Knight getting the charge, and here's the duel from Legion Commander, and there's Ander to throw in the Ion Shell, but not gonna finish off the duel in time, so not enough damage coming out from the Dire, but it will be a kill on Rincewind, and he's down for 40. And Wolves picks up a double damage rune, will go top and continue the farming pattern. Doing a good job. Level 13, has been a part of all the team fights that it needs to be, but also able to get back and have this uncontested farm, so should see that Maelstrom come out quicker than usual. Finishing off the Mithril Hammer right now. Gloves with Haste is just a couple camps away. And the Dire look to push to tier 2 here. Ander, Dagon Knight, and Dr. Doctor have a double creep wave. Well, maybe triple, including this double range creep here, but they'll move into the jungle to see if they can catch out maybe Omari or Pink Donger or someone trying to farm up this jungle. Those Ion Shells killing the creep wave fairly quickly, but in comes Rincewind. Blinks in, gets a Scream of Terror out. Scream of Pain, rather, I'm sorry. Sonic Wave off cooldown, so Tango Gaming here as well, looking to see if they can pick up another duel victory. We are 20 minutes in and only one duel victory so far out of, I believe, 3 chances. Mora's not there, Pink Donger's not there. So this might be time for Let It Go to strike, take this tier 2 as the rest of the Radiant team goes back mid. They will throw some wards down and they'll get back as well. This ward not... No, it will scout out Legion Commander. She gets pinged out. It's a nice little ward place. It doesn't really give a lot of vision if you look here on the mini-map. Doesn't give... oh, that's an awful circle. As much as, you know, something like the Spires obviously do. But it does a good job of getting all those focal points between the stairs. It's really what you want to see. And Mora TPing out as quick as possible. And same with Pink Donger. They saw Involved and Doctor and they knew they had to get out. But it might be Omari in some trouble here as Dagon Knight throws in some right clicks. Not sure if it's a real one, and now they're going to charge it. Here comes Tango Gaming. Oh, the Glimpse coming back, but the duel is going to get off first. Spirit Breaker in some trouble, and it's going to be actually Omari picking up the kill before. And here comes Golems. What a play by Doctor getting on 2. Natsuki going to fall, just trying to get mana instead. So 2 for 2. I'm not sure Natsuki had to die there, but again, no duel victory for either team. Terrorblade almost picked it up, but just a little bit outside the timer once again. So it was a victory in terms of gold for the Ball Fondlers, but going the way of Disruptor isn't really what you want. And same thing over here for Let It Go. Most of your gold's going towards that Warlock. So although it's good for those heroes, you really need it on your cores. But your cores, you got Legion Commander falling, Terrorblade's falling. It's not what you want. So Rincewind and Wolved really should be the ones, hopefully, that you want picking up that gold. So Rincewind's finishing off her Orchid. Has Bottle in her backpack, so I'm not sure. I realized it a little too late. Having some item management problems going on over there. Pink Donger looks to finish up the Glimmer. That should be coming out shortly. We've almost got Manta Style here on Terrorblade, so... You know, where is he? Find out how much his real gold is. Oh yeah, he just really needs a recipe. He's got enough gold for the ultimate orb, so we'll see that Manta coming out soon, and I'm sure we're going to see some towers being pushed then. A lot more grouping up for the Radiant squad here. But Involved has that Maelstrom, and already almost finished off the Hyperstone to go right into Mjolnir. Tango Gaming still at 13, so got the Blink Dagger almost. I assume the Courier must have Desolator finished up. I know she queued it up earlier. Nope, she just stopped going for it. So I'm gonna go Blade Mail instead. Really needs to focus on getting that damage rather than taking the armor out first. And if she duels Omari on this Terrorblade, I mean that Blade Mail will be the difference between duel victory and another stalemate, as we've seen the past few duels. So. Looks like a tier 2 here will fall as the Radiant a little too slow to do anything. They're all kind of doing their own thing. Omari farming Ancients. Rincewind was going to, I believe, the Secret Shop. Doesn't make sense. Didn't pick up anything. So, and then Mora was just farming the lane. So it's a good teamwork here we see from Let It Go. They're moving together as a team, and I think at this point in the game that's what you need. Can't really get too many pickoffs unless you have Tango Gaming and maybe Dagon Knight finding a support in the jungle, trying to get some wards out. But when you rely so much on this team fight, I mean, you've got Golems up right now. You've got the vacuum wall here from Ander. You know, you really got to stick together and just make sure that these team fights are going the way you want by sticking together. I mean, Pink Donger sitting here in Viz. Does have the Static Storm and Kinetic Field ready, but looks like Let It Go is just going to kind of back off here. Might see play towards Roche soon, but both teams do have it warded, so I'm sure they will see anything going on there. It'll be Involved Knives at the tower top. Yeah, I think we really need to see a Roche attempt from... I'm not sure. Terrorblade obviously is getting the attack speed. He's got the Manta now, so they could probably take it fairly quickly. Maybe Let It Go takes it a little faster with Legion Commander and Wolf both there. But that might be the difference in the next team fight, because we keep seeing these cores dropping rather than the supports early. We've seen Tango Gaming fall a couple times. Rince has fallen Rincewind has fallen a couple times, and same with Omari fell last time in that team fight. So, you know, getting that Aegis, putting it on Tango Gaming, putting it on Omari, and Wolf doing a nice job, you know, not dying, obviously. That mana shield, so easy to stay alive. As long as your teammates are alive, you stay alive, so they're going to look to push another tier 2 here. And Ball Fondlers are kind of struggling when it comes to pushing these towers. They're too busy trying to do their own thing. The supports are getting the wards out, which is good, but when Let It Go is pushing as 5, it really puts a hindrance to anything you're trying to do objectively. We might see something here as the tower gets down to the last couple hits, and the Wolves will take it. And Mora tries to get up there and do some damage to the Legion Commander, but yeah, it looks like Let's Go just going to try to get out. The Lincoln Sphere saving and Wolf there. Anders going to have to try to get out by running. And Doctor's going to throw down the golems. It's a 3-man wall right into it, so Kinetic Field being dropped with the Static Storm, and so far Rincewind's the only one to fall. Omari in some trouble. He will sunder Doctor, and Doctor should fall. Dagon Knight also low on health. And Omari's up on the hill, so they can't hit him. He's doing all the damage there. So a buyback from Rincewind, and 3 falling on the way to Let It Go. Lion also falling in the back end. Mord falls as well, and so does Ander. So a huge team fight. But in the end, Omari getting trapped up by there, and Wolf just, that mana shield does so much. Oh man, what a fight. That was a huge team fight there. Nice job setting it up here from Let It Go. They had the vacuum wall right into golems. I didn't think they were going to do it with and Wolves TPing out, but my god, yeah, 4 for 4 or 4 for 5 with the dieback from Rincewind. But 30 back. I'm sorry, it was only a 4 for 4, just a buyback, not a dieback. But it really sucked there having Omari stuck on the hill if you were the dyer, because I believe Dagon Knight and Ander both fell because he was up there and they couldn't really do too much. It wasn't until Wolf came back around that the damage was coming back in on him. Very ballsy from Doctor. He threw down Golem like that. I'm sure they had communication with his teammates, but and Wolf just TP'd out, and it was more of like a save Ander, just your Darkseer with Golem. I mean, you probably could have just let him fall, and you saved that big teamfight ult for another day. But not sure if it went in their favor, but it definitely didn't go as bad as I was expecting. I mean, Let It Go definitely leading here in net worth, and I'm sure XP is about the same. Yep. Oh, Tango Gaming getting a duel off, but it'll be an illusion, so Amanda Style throwing off Let It Go. And Tango Gaming, I believe, still sits at just 10. Yeah, 10 duel damage. Not really a huge factor so far in this game. Not finding the pickoffs, although we have seen the Ball Fondlers kind of moving separately rather than as a team, like I've said previously. They're not finding the pickoffs. Instead, they're just able to do their thing, and Let It Go just would rather take towers, I guess, which is, you know, all comes down to objective gaming in Dota 2. So now, I know before the game started, we talked about Terrorblade being such a threat when it comes to high ground attack. Also sucks high ground defense against him when you have all these Terrorblade illusions. You know, when he's metamorphosized, throwing so much damage out. And when you're like a squishier hero, I guess like Doctor is, I mean, not so much Darkseer. He's got some tank to him. But, you know, Doctor, if he's not on that back lines just as far back as possible, then he will drop fairly quick. Same thing goes for Natsukarai. He's found himself a couple times, you know, kind of in the midst of the fights rather than on the back end. And they're going to smoke up here, actually, it's 5. It's going to be Omari leading the charge. And they sensed that they're at Roche. They had I was going to say, they did have a ward around here. You probably saw that coming in. So Tango Gaming going to sit there by himself. Dagon Knight, Doctor, and Ander. All the team fight ults are back up, and they're just going to sit outside waiting. And Wolf going to make his way in, going to break the smoke. And here comes the Static Storm, Kinetic Field. But Golem will be dropped on 4 with the vacuum wall on 4. So already it's Lion and Disruptor falling. Ander falls on the other side, same with Tango Gaming, and Omari in some trouble now. Dagon Knight putting charge to him, getting a bash off on Omari. Rincewind trying to help out from the back end, and he's silenced up, so nice job taking out Dagon Knight there, and Omari still in trouble. Rincewind trying to blink out of the way. Mora doesn't have borrowed time anymore, and Wolf putting some chase. Doctor as well with the Golem. The Fatal Bond not doing too much, and Mora stopped for a second. I'm not sure what happened there, and it'll be the right click from Wolf finishing him off, so probably could have gotten out, but he kept he kept just pausing in his steps, and I don't know if a little lag going on there, but this Dr. and Ader have done a nice job here. They're setting up. They see, you know, when they're grouping up, the ball funnelers are grouping up, and they get the vacuum wall right into the golem. So the stun's coming out from there, and it was just so much damage. If Mora didn't have borrowed time, like if he was any other hero, he would have fallen there. We did see Pink Donger and Natskara fall pretty quick. I believe Natskara fell during that, but they want round 2. They know they don't have those team fight ults now, and it looks like Wolves might be in some trouble here. Natskara falling fast though, and the duel coming out from Tango Gaming on a nice, soft rinse wind, and it'll be Pink Donger falling as well. Mora fell, I believe, at the beginning of that fight. I'm not. Oh, never mind. Still dead from last time. My bad. And they're gonna finish off Roche really easy this time. I thought it was Wolves who was in trouble, and it was actually Rincewind who had the low health pool I saw. So Tango Gaming picks up the Aegis. Oh, and Wolf has an MKB, has Mjolnir's, working on Butterfly now, so he's having a really good game. Sitting on top of that net worth chart, and I'm sure kills look about the same. Yeah, sitting on top of the kill chart, 8-0, so. Tango Gaming finally coming online, working on that BKB, almost there. Has the Aegis, has the Blade Mail. Probably a little smarter going Blade Mail rather than Desolator, like I said, to put that damage mirror onto them. And they're going to look to maybe high ground. They don't have Rincewind for another 30 seconds. But again, like I said, it's hard to high ground against this team. Natskara can get some good stuns off there. Mora putting the Aphotic Shield on their frontliner Omari, and Omari just dishing out the right click damage. I think if you're let it go here, you wait for a pickoff. Not sure that you're going to get a pickoff as easy, since all the tier 2s, all the outer towers are down here for ball fondlers. But you get the pickoff on a hero such as the Pink Donger or Natskara, because we've seen him come out a couple times. Yeah, that's a very, very aggressive blink hex there from Natskara. But oh, and Wolves might be in some trouble now. Pink Donger coming up. Gonna break Lincoln Sphere, but Stone Gaze coming out on 5. And they'll glimpse right into the Kinetic Field Static Storm. Oh, Tango Gaming coming in from behind, getting Natskara, but a big Sonic Wave. And another Vacuum Wall, doing a good job. Omari getting the Thunder on Dagonite, keeping him alive. Just barely, though. He'll fall, too. So that's 4 down. Andrew getting the double kill. They didn't even have to drop Golem. It's going to be a buyback here from Omari. Tango Gaming still has that Aegis. They did a nice job seeing that Wolves was in trouble here and picking up the slack. So Tango gonna keep tanking this. They don't even care that Mora's there. And we're gonna try to heal him up once press the attack is back up. There we go. And there comes Golem down, and Natskara will fall as well. So it's Involved on a godlike spree in borrowed time now. They're gonna glimpse back Dagon Knight. Mora trying to get out in some trouble, but he's just gonna pop a shield back up. Aegis is down now for Tango Gaming, but should be a full set of racks. Oh, it's going to be a duel here on Pink Donger, and he's going to fall real easy. Dagon Knight giving some chase, but they're just going to take this racks and probably head top. I mean, 3 dead still here for the Radiant. They know they don't have buyback on Omari here. Pink Donger does have buyback, but what's he going to do? All you have is Natskara and Mora, and you don't kill anybody that way. You have to wait for your carries to be up, so if you were to buy back, not really worth it quite yet. Maybe now that Omari's coming back. And that's 2 sets of racks so far. And doesn't look like Let Us Go is going to stop anytime soon. They know the only one down is Pink Donger, and they don't care. And here comes a Stone Gaze now from Involved, forcing the other team back. Omari getting charged, but Dagon Knight will just barely stop right before the edge of the base. And that's Megas, just like that. So Let It Go, taking Megas. Getting hexed up here is Involved, and in some trouble, but that mana shield just does whatever. Wall coming down, only going to connect on Rincewind here. Pink Donger getting charged. And it will be Rincewind falling first, and then Natskara. The duel coming out here. Not going to finish off Omari, but Omari does fall afterwards. And a buyback finally from Pink Donger. But he can't do too much, so Involved, and Wolf looks like he's just going to keep pushing. Still got enough mana to keep the mana shield up. A charge coming in from Dagon Knight to kind of save him. More in some trouble now. Another right click, and it'll be Ander picking up a kill there. So GG is finally called. Ball Fondlers falling to Let It Go. Let It Go just had too much team fight for the Ball Fondlers and executed a lot better. I think Darkseer and Dr. Doctor there, or Ander and Dr. Doctor, did a good job securing this round for them. The team fight was on point, and then in Wolved, obviously, just during the team fights, dishing out all the damage, keeping himself alive, and they will move on to the next round. So, nice little 35-minute game. Check out this. Yeah, I mean, once it hit about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I guess, it just went all the way towards look at it go. So, thanks again for watching, guys. Like I said, this is different. It's an amateur tournament game. I forget what league already it was. Let's check it out. Yeah, the Echo League, Season 1. So, yeah, if you guys want to see more, just keep following me, Crawdaddy Murr, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube is just Ryan Murray right now, I believe. Yeah, let me know how I did. Just trying to do more of these as much as I can, but not sure if I prefer doing these yet, or like the pre-recorded games, but it's been fun. So far, so good. So, thanks for watching.